Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. It's been a while. I've not filmed a video for ages and I haven't got any videos in my, in the schedule. So, and it's Wednesday and I need to get this up today really. I feel as though I need to try and keep to the Wednesday, Sunday little schedule that I've got for myself. So I'm going to be busy this weekend trying to catch up on a few videos, but I've been meaning to do this one for ages. So I've done the silver one. Do you remember? I think probably one of the last ones that I did was the silver polishes, and I'm going to use the same swatch wheel for the gold because I don't have that many. I've got 3, 6, 8 altogether. This isn't strictly I've got a few rose gold, a couple of sort of gold flaky and holographic, and then gold effect. And also I've got this one. I used to have a lot more like bronze, coppers, different types of metallics, but this is the one that I was talking about in another video. It's got loads of silver there. I don't know where that's from, but this is Copper Pot from Sinful Colours. Yeah, it's just got loads of something else on it. I don't know what that's from. But I do seem to remember I kept this for a reason when I was doing a massive destash, and it's because it is a really nice copper. Yeah, it's actually got, I remember now, it's got like a bit of a flake in there, like a really finely crushed, looks like a bit of a gold flake within the copper. So it looks lovely. I have worn this a few times, and it's definitely something that I think I need to put this on my autumn nail rack. But it is a really nice copper shade. Yeah, just perfect for autumn. Gold, I don't wear gold polishes very often because as you can see, I wear quite a lot of silver jewellery. But I do like gold polishes. Maybe I think like nail art and things like that in the early days when I used to try and dabble a bit with nail art. But let's have a look at these rose gold anyway. So this is gold with a bit of a pink shade to it. This one here is Or Rose, which was sent to me by my lovely friend in Paris years ago. She sent me this one and another Cure Bazaar. So I think this is a French brand, Cure Bazaar. And it's a really nice rose gold. Again, it's got some crushed flakes in there. And it's just lovely. It's not too streaky. I think sometimes with metallic polishes, they look a bit, there's more of a sort of mirrored effect, and they can look quite streaky. But this one is a little bit streaky, but it's leveling down quite well. So that's Or Rose from Cure Bazaar. This next one is another rose gold, and this is quite fair. This is, I think, the second polish that I've had. This is Orly's Rage. But the first one, it had a slightly different bottle top, and it was when Marwin was a lot younger. He's 12 now, so it just shows you how old the original bottle that I had. I think he was like, I don't know, the equivalent of like teething as a young pup. I've had him since he was a baby, and he managed to get hold of one of these bottles, and it must have just been really, he chewed it. It was a mess. So the polish inside was fine, but the bottle top was terrible. But yeah, this is a beautiful rose gold. And it's got actually, it's got a strong scent to it, but not as strong as the other metallic polishes. Maybe it's just because it's not as old, because it's a replacement. But yeah, it does, obviously it looks quite similar, but it's a little bit more glittery than the Cure Bazaar. And then I've got this one here, which is a Ada's Nails, and this was from like a metallic holographic collection. This is Maeve, and it was a Westworld trio. So there was a pinky coloured one, a blue one, and then this one for Maeve, who's one of the characters in Westworld. I think I've mentioned before, I watched the first couple of seasons of that show and I thought it was brilliant, but then it just started to get a bit, I don't know why I stopped watching it, but I just lost interest in like the third, fourth season. So I never watched the end of it. But it's really pretty. It's lovely, actually. They do look really similar. I mean, can I justify keeping all of them? Probably. Yeah. More for sentimental reasons, I think, than anything else. This is slightly softer, not as glittery, and just maybe a bit more, I was going to say a bit more metallic, but maybe more pinky. So there is gold in there, but there's definitely more rose than gold. But they are very similar, all three of them. So that's the rose golds that I've got, and then I'm moving to, this is more of a true gold, and this is Cosmic Fate, very holographic. It's one of the Colour Club hollows. So let's see how gold this one is. It looks very gold it actually is quite a rose gold as well. Yeah, it looks very similar to Maeve, but just a different finish because this one's more crushed silver metallic flakes, and this one is definitely holographic. Beautiful. Cosmic Fate. Yeah, these are all beautiful autumn polishes. This one is gold, but it's got a slight multi-chrome feel to it. Let's have a look anyway. This is from the Autumn Splendor Trio, Leaves Turning. So this was a kind of bonfire night type of collection, I think. Oh yeah, this is definitely a true gold. It's more of a sort of orangey gold. Very sparkly. It's lovely. Is it holographic? Get the lid on then. Yeah, there is some hollow in there, I think. Yeah, I can see it now. I can see it more through the camera than I can to the eye. But it's also got some, I don't know, this is such an unusual finish. It's some flakes and hollow in there, I think. And then these two, again, this is an Ada's Nails from a Christmas collection. This one's called Nutcracker, and it's extremely sparkly. It's, I think, kind of like tinsel themed. The brush has gone a bit, if you can see there's one of the strands is sticking out of the brush. It's very tinsely and glittery, but it is something that you can get opaque in 2 coats, I would say. I mean, that's pretty good coverage just on 1 coat for a very glittery polish. Yeah, that is super foily and glittery. On my nails, by the way, is, I should have said this at the beginning, this is another really autumn shade, but this is one of the ones that I pulled out of the D-stash bin, and it's Slime Time. Again, not really a summer polish, much more of a kind of olive autumn polish, and really clashes with my pinky skin tone, like really badly. And I couldn't find I couldn't find my Seche Feet top coat anywhere. I found it had rolled onto the floor somehow. I think the cat had knocked it off the table and it had rolled onto the floor, but I ended up getting, anyway, I've ordered another Seche Feet, but I couldn't find a top coat, and the only one that I could find was this like holographic top coat. So it's this Slime Time from Painted Polish with those giant multi-chrome flakes in there. And then just to make it even more complicated, it's got a holographic top coat. I've had this on since it's what day is it now? It's Wednesday, and I've had this on since Saturday, and there's just a little bit of tip wear It's not chipped, but there is a little bit of tip wear. So yeah, I'm really glad I pulled this out of the de-stash bin. The last one here, this is a Colours de Carol, and it's called Cha-Ching, and I think this is slightly more than a topper. I think it potentially could be full coverage, but I'm not sure, so let's have a look. It seems to be that no, it's more of a topper. I think you'd really have to work hard, I think, to get this, but it's quite a thick, heavy topper. You'd have to work hard to get this to be fully opaque, but it's a gold holographic glitter. It's really pretty. Let me see if I can try that over. What should we try it over? Pink? Let's try the pink and the purple. See what that looks like with this. Cha-Ching. Yeah, it's definitely more of a topper. Like a chunky topper. And the purple. It looks kind of very Christmassy for like the beginning of August. That actually looks really nice. Yeah. So actually quite a pretty gold holographic. You can't even really tell the gold in it, and you can on the red, but you can't on this. It's super holographic glitter. And yeah, I really like that. That's much more sort of Christmassy. I'll put another coat on it just to see like how opaque we can get this. But I'm going to do another coat on everything and we can come back and take a closer look. Okay, I've just spilt some of this polish here, this Cha-Ching. Just knocked it right over. I'll clean that up in a minute. It's gone over here onto I'm such a messy pup. Okay, let me see if I can do this without completely smudging it. So that's the copper pot that snuck into the gold collection, but it's lovely. Beautiful autumn shade. This one is the Cure Bazaar or Rose, which again is lovely, beautiful. Rage. Yeah, I love these rose golds. They look so just perfect. Really kind of neutral, I guess, for any time of year, but particularly in the autumn. That one is Mauve, which is from that metallic Westworld collection. Look how holographic this one is. That's Cosmic Fate. Wow, that is super, super holographic. They all look amazing on a second coat. Again, it's slightly more rose gold. This one I think is probably the most like genuine pure gold, which is the Leaves Turning from that Ada's Nails autumn trio. This is the very glittery foil tinsel effect. Nutcracker. Can't believe I'm remembering all the names without picking the bottle up. Nutcracker from that tiny mini from Ada's Nails. And this one is Cha-Ching that I just spilled everywhere. It's only a little bit. I've still got quite a lot left in the bottle. It is, I think it probably can be, I wouldn't say necessarily fully opaque, but if I wanted to, felt like doing a kind of glittery top coat, it's very thick, and I think because I've had it a while, even though it's like a pale, a clear base, I think the glitters have bled into it a little bit to give it this kind of gold, sort of, I was going to say jelly, no, but a gold base rather than a clear base. Yeah, so those are, I'm going to go and clear this up now before have I put the lid on properly? Yeah, I don't know what got into my head for not closing that bottle properly. This, apart from that bit of a mess there, how pretty is that? Is it like gold and silver metallic swatch wheel? beautiful. This one is really catching my eye. I'm going to have to wear this at Christmas. Yeah, let me know what your favourite golds are. Are you partial to these rose golds? I definitely am. Obviously, I've got a thing about pink polishes, and I do think they probably suit my skin tone more than these yellowy ones, although I don't know, the gold is quite neutral. Yeah, very pretty. Hardly wear them, but I'm going to keep them. Yeah, let me know what your favourite gold is, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.